It's the evening of July 16, and today was spent cleaning up our new project and getting some layout done. The blue line represents the property line between ourselves and the people that live just down the hill to us. And this lower level that I have right here, I plan on putting I believe a level wall. This is level, even though it may not look level. It has to do with the fact that the pitch of this property is consistently uphill. And, I don't know, maybe this looks a lot lower. But if you look to the left, I have a very nice laser that confirms that that's actually level. So if we progress up a little bit, I believe that at this location we are going to have a pretty good sized pilaster, pillar / column, and that'll be for, at some point in time, we'll have a gate that comes across this ugly piece. Look, this is going to be updated this year. It's going to look like this all the way down to the bottom. But this we put in years ago. The reason for this still being ugly is all the construction that we do. There are trucks that leak oil and they're heavy anyway. So I hadn't planned on doing this until we're finished with all the construction, but my concrete guy, this is his last year and we work pretty good together. So we'll have a taller wall here, and then we're gonna put a planter on the back side. And like I said, there'll be a column right here. There'll be a column on the other side. And then there's to be a nice face wall with some nice plantings in here that we can have 13 Coronado written on the inside with some uplighting for at night. And then here, this is a big, I suspect that if we're gonna have grass, this is probably that area. On the upside, we have another tier-shaped wall that we can catch that on the way out. But at the property line, I don't have any pipes to show where the inside of the planter is. But I don't know, that we can barely see. There is a line right here that represents what, it's not level, it's actually downhill, it's uphill towards the back, but it actually doesn't look level. I believe that is the pitch that we're probably gonna put in. This is actually just representing width. Trying to get an idea. I'm gonna have a planter that runs from the back all the way to the front, and like I said, there will be a column here. When I first put this in, I was experimenting with coming in and then running this way, but a lot of our property has nice flowing lines, and that is what we'll end up doing right here, this curve. I'll take this out. This will give us a much nicer planter area to put a little more elaborate stuff. At some point in time, probably where Adam's wall is, I'll probably put, I'm probably going to put another little column here, so that allows me to have one size wall on one side, a little lower wall on the next side, and then I'll end up coming down even more down for the lower level. So that'll also allow him to put in a gate for security reasons, so it doesn't just look like there is a fence on this side, but he'll have a gate on this side too. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, progressing on, this piece of pipe here is 80 feet. There's another 15 that is not extended, but by the time we get to here, you can see this line now a little more clearly. The reason you couldn't see it on the other side is that in order to paint the lines, I painted through the string line and it turned it blue. So this is green. I repainted part of it. But anyway, coming back this way, so yes, planter. By the time we get to this side, this and this are very close to level. Now, what's this? This is going to be a wall. This is going to be, you can sort of see it. There's a trail that goes from here towards the other side of the property, and that trail will continue right over to the right, and up here is kind of a mess. And if I had a foot that behaved a little better, I'm still healing from an injury last week, but if we get rid of that dirt and we look at the driveway, this curves around, crosses the driveway, and goes, and the path continues all the way to the new patio that we just put in. So it's a great way for us to get around the property. And then we have another intersection on this line right here. We're gonna have another, I don't want to call it tier, but a nice teardrop type, another planter and wall here. This is the planter right up in this area. And then we'll have another planting area that's up top, but we'll have this walkway that comes down right between the two and heads right towards this tree, this set of trees right up in here. So hopefully that'll give you some idea. Now, as far as grades, let me pitch around so I can see what I'm doing here. But as far as grades, this is right here, from here over to here, is probably 2 to 2.5 feet taller. So by the time I get to here, this wall will already be a couple feet taller than on this side. Now, we're gonna have an excavator in next week, and we're probably gonna do a fair amount of grading of taking this part out and digging so that we're a little closer to horizontal. There's probably 3 to 4 feet of grade difference from here. You can actually come down this way. I don't want to take 3 or 4 feet out because that planter is going to be too tall. Now, since the entire property is tilted this way, meaning there, that would be level, but this is actually what level really is. I submit that with everything else moving uphill the same way, that I can take out a substantially less amount of dirt and it'll still look pretty level. So that's just because of all the crazy curves that we have here. So this area is quite presentable. We could probably use it. I don't really want to use it as a parking area, but I think if we're gonna have grass, this is probably the best location for it. So that is the end of what I've been working on today. Now, it's already been 7 minutes, so I am not gonna run up the hill and look at what we've been doing in the backyard for a while, but I will pivot up here so we can see what it looks like from uphill. And of course, this will be gone on Monday because I will be getting a box, and we have a nice piece of equipment that our mason has let us use to load it up.